So there are laughs aplenty, which I imagine is going to be a theme through. I'm not sure I'll be let in on the joke, but we are going to be discussing the weird, wonderful, and utterly whimsical world of Jagga Jasoos with Anurag and Ranbir. Care to let us in on the joke, or is it?
Well, you know, this red circle theory got me and Anurag Basu together.
Okay,
you know the Buddhist red circle theory, Enzo.
Absolutely.
And he turned out to be a mad hatter, and he is a child, and he has these visions, and he has these stories, and he has this imagination and belief. And I'm just on this great adventure roller coaster ride in my life with him, and he's taking me to these places, he's showing me these worlds, these characters, these amazing dynamics.
I love this interview. I get to hear some good things. Otherwise,
Well, I do want to tell you one thing, that the last time I met Ranbir, and I feel I should interject here, the last time I met Ranbir, he did tell me that he'd been going out and saying all kinds of terrible things about you. He said he goes out, he says, cooks up rumors, cooks up stories, and there's a very specific reason why, which I think you will possibly like more.
I don't want him to work with anybody else, because I'm really enjoying this adventure, you know. I think I'm lucky as an actor, as not just an actor, as a human being, to see this side of, you know, this life of cinema. To, you know, when I see it on screen, I wonder, okay, how the did he manage to pull this off? You know, because it's not humanly possible. And I've seen the story from scratch. You know, I've seen it from just 2 words, and now it's like 2.5 hours. It's crazy. It's quite surreal.
Yeah. I have to say, it's enchanting. It is delightful. It feels like there are moments that, as I was saying, throw back to everything from my associations to Tintin, to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, to the Goonies, even in certain shots, to like some moments will make me think of Wes Anderson, right? That's a pretty wild ride, and I've got it only from a trailer and 2 songs. So I suppose my question is, what on earth are we in for in the movie?
I don't know, because I can't specify. I cannot say this. Put this film into some category.
Right.
It's very difficult. It's a new genre. It's a new form.
Magic realism somehow also implies like a darkness which I don't think there is, right?
You can't do the magic realism for just Hindi audiences.
Right.
You know that we know our audiences. We can't just have the whole film in the magic realism zone. So it's just nice, beautiful ride. What I can say is just happiness. And
Dada, what was your reason of making this one? Like, what is your purpose? Like, why did you want to make this one? We had, to be honest, we had like 10 subjects. You know, in front of us. Okay, you know, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this after Barfi.
Right.
But why did you choose to make this?
It's just fatherhood. When your kids are growing up, you're too much. You're giving all your love to your kids, and then you really want to make a film for them, and you know, just where I can take my kids, where we all as a family, because it was just every summer vacation I was taking them to some Hollywood film. There was not a Hindi film I was taking them to. So, so I really wanted to make a film which everybody will enjoy in the family. And frankly speaking, during Barfi making, when the skinning happened, when we came out, my daughter didn't like Barfi much.
What?
Yeah, she didn't like it. Then I realized maybe we are thinking it is it's a family film. Everybody, maybe you know, it's too emotionally high in emotional content, and maybe they're not understanding this love triangle. So that was an attempt to make a complete family film.
I think the impact of, like, I mean, I'm not saying that our film is as good as that or what, but you know what a film like Lion King does, you know, it appeals to someone who's 5 years old, at the same time someone who's 50. You know, the story, the content, the engagement level, it has to fill that entire spectrum of ages. So that was the intention, and when I see it, it seems like a live action cartoon film. You know, it seems like, okay, like what they're doing is crazy. You know, it seems like it's easy to animate it, but like he's made it as a real action narrative.
Cheetahs and ostriches.
I mean, that's nothing. The amount of you see in it, and everything has some treatment to it, you know, which also like increases the engagement level. So sometimes, you know, your story dips, so you treat something, but here the story's on a high and the treatment's on a high.
You're singing throughout?
See, the character stammers, and basically the concept is like your brain is like a walnut. There's a left side and there's a right side. The right side is the logical side, you know, is the reasoning side, and you know, it has stress and it thinks about, you know, what people are thinking, world and all. And the left side is the artistic side, the gypsy side, the creative side, the mad dancer. So his stepfather, Tutti Frutti, a man who befriends him, tells him that use the left side of your brain. So if you feel that you stammer and you're conscious, sing. And when you sing, you can express yourself. So at every juncture in his life, if it's dramatic, emotional, romantic, people are talking to him, but he will sing.
So is this in the vein of, like, I don't know, like some of them, again, the sort of Western musicals, like, not quite obviously musically, but like say Miss Saigon, where there'll be dialogue and then there's suddenly like...
it's a quintessential musical. but I don't think we can reference it to a Broadway musical.
Sure.
I think it's a musical in its truest form, but it's a very new kind of musical.
Did you love it? Was it exhausting?
It was hard. It was hard.
Yeah,
because also Pritam Dada doesn't give music on time. So like half the time, you're singing to like some assist. Like Katrina was lip singing to Pritam in the whole film. Like whatever she's singing, a guy's voice has been singing for her.
Yeah. And we got so used to that. Now it's a real female sound. I don't know. It's just put your
weird.
Also, there is, and I mean, we've established that this is not new, that there is an essential magic when the two of you came together in the past. What is it, that same innocence, that sort of joyfulness in the smallest details that I suppose we're going to see again?
To be honest, Barfi happened very organically. I don't think we were aware of anything happening. We didn't understand the impact of the film. We used to wonder, I mean, UTV used to wonder, okay, who'll watch this film? There was a certain budget to the film, a certain level. Barfi is a freak film, according to me. I don't think there is any film which a film of that nature can reach that business. Same with Jagga Jasoos, we don't know. And it could go both directions.
It could,
but we don't know that. But yeah, right?
Yeah, but but there was this pressure and expectation. But we made this film the way we made Barfi. Actually, there's no difference. Nice. The atmosphere, I think everything was same.
And tell us about producer Saab.
Yeah, producer Saab, he's doing a very good job. Yeah. And he's doing a very
I'll tell you what my job on this one was. You see, there's this big corporate Disney.
Right.
There's this big director, Anurag. And I am that, that you see that Channi and you see on Karwa Chauth, you see the moon. I'm the Channi in the middle. Because they are going through like war zone, like his idiosyncrasies and their desires, timelines. So all I'm doing is I'm filtering that anger and like the egos. That's what I'm doing. So for me, producing is that.
And this is why this is not an adventure you may necessarily embark on again.
Yes, unless this film is super successful.
And then sequel happens.
And then it happens.
And sequel happens.
Dada, chill. Don't open your mouth. Chill. So he just
that was my job. Just to like calm him down and to tell Disney, listen, he's mad.
Right.
Just let him do it. He'll deliver. He'll deliver.
I'm sure he will not say that. He's mad. Body language would have been different.
No. There was some more adjectives before the mad, but I can't say it right now in front of the camera.
You also said there were 10 ideas, right? So for you, when you saw of the 10, like this, as for your first production, this might actually not be seen by a lot of people as a conventional choice, right? So what was for you the hook? Like we've known that sort of...
I think me and Dada, before an idea, we spoke about a feeling. We like, that feeling at the cinema where they are feel-good films, and which he kind of tapped in with Barfi, with Life in a Metro to a certain extent. That, you go to the cinema and you're just smiling. Films like Life is Beautiful or like Artist, Amelie, it's there's no genre to it, but it's like a very happy, you have a tear in your eye and a smile on your face.
And actually films that I keep saying and I keep repeating this, that make me nostalgic even though I'm not entirely sure what I'm nostalgic
for. So I think we were going for that feeling.
Right.
And this, naturally, the story came to him. Naturally, he wanted to tell it.
Right.
And when you hear a director speak about a story they want to tell, there is no greater orgasm than that, because you see it right there. You see it in the director's eyes. You see it in his nervous system. That he wants to tell this story. And once you see that, you got to take it. That's the opportunity that the actor has to realize and to recognize, and you have to take it.
You've also said that there's a process that you have where, like, there's in the first few days, like, there's this little bit of a falling in love between the director and the star. Now, you already had that in place in a sense. So, how did you sort of establish...
well, then over-familiarity comes, so then we become like, couple in midlife crisis, where you just know each other too well, so you're too dependent and stuff like that. But I think... I think we have a good dynamic, I think like, because he challenges you, he puts you in situations where you actually don't know what is happening, like, you have no idea. But he does the work for you. The weirdest thing that happened on this set? Many. I do not doubt. I mean, we dropped the camera inside the water. No, around this sequence. There's a camera in the raft and it all fell inside. And so, where is this? This is in the cave, Thailand, back cave. The riding ostrich was crazy. People think it's animated. It was not animated. You were not at all. Yeah. No, it was real ostrich. Where was this for ostrich? People ride ostriches. They ride ostriches. So they were like not trying to hand, because they go in all the directions. Right? That's actually Anurag Basu. Yeah, the ostrich. My expression. Throughout the film we will ask. Both of us are just sitting on his back, hoping that he will take us to the end of the tunnel. Right. So every time they will ask, Dada, film kab khatam hogi?
Ostrich especially.
That's his
So of all the
expression.
things that you never thought you'd do, I'm assuming ostrich riding is one of them, right?
Yeah, for sure. I would never ever do that in my life.
Yeah. And what about Katrina? Like,
She's
you know,
a sport. Like she's
Yeah.
she's an action like junkie.
Yeah.
You know, she likes to do
Yeah.
stuff, and her character is someone who is Calamity Jane.
She never thought she can have a lion skin allergy. Remember she
Yeah.
had?
So we shot at Lions,
Right.
and suddenly she had like her whole
Like
face
a
turned
panther.
red.
this is a thing.
Yeah, I didn't knew that. She had allergy.
See, this is your contribution to humanity at large. None of us knew the lion skin allergies were a thing.
Exactly.
Now, but by the way, Katrina has given a very strong interview recently. I don't know if you've read it. And she said working with you is trying and testing.
I read
and
it, I
it's
called her
never-
also.
Yeah.
And the honest truth behind it is that we were at a Facebook chat and I cracked a joke on her and she cracked it back on me. And she's saying it's really fair that the media has just taken my joke and make this out to be like this something that I've said. I wouldn't say that. So yeah, it's not true.
No, of course it's not true.
Katrina and me have an amazing creative partnership. I love working with her. She's really allowed me to shine whenever I've worked with her. And she's, you know, very gracefully done that for me. You know, she's increased my stardom when she was a much bigger star during Ajab Prem Ki Gazab Kahani. She worked with me, even in Rajniti. And we really needed her in this film. You know, when we made this film, Dada's like, I want Katrina. Because he wanted her energy, he wanted her, because Katrina's funny, you know, she's really funny when she's not trying. You know, and to kind of get that side, I think Dada has really been successful in it. And to see Katrina play a comic character, you know, where it's Calamity Jane, she's constantly, you know, it's an action role for her actually. You know, she's constantly, she has to like, she's doing the buffoonery without it looking like buffoonery. So it was quite, I mean, I was enjoying it, seeing her falling and like, you know, getting hurt and stuff.
And what is the one thing she's always going to hold against you that you made her do in this film, apart from getting up close and personal with a lion?
I don't know. Yeah,
How many people get to, by the way, say that also? You know? So,
I know there were many. I can't say
Doesn't,
that
yeah.
she doesn't come.
No, she used to complain to me,
But
but
she
like I
used to
said, that
complain
Channi, I've been a Channi to everything around Dada in this film.
So I've told her weirdest thing. I thought she would complain, but she would not.
so what does she complain to you
Lord,
about?
like, what am I doing? Chal
Why am I running on the
Dada.
train?
Why am I running on the train? Why am I hanging down the train? Why am I on an ostrich? Why am I in this raft? Why am I falling from the building? Why am I getting hurt here? You know?
These are fair and legitimate questions. These are fair and legitimate
I don't think she's
questions.
complaining now when she saw it. Or she was like, wow, you know, it's quite cool.
Yeah, so now again for you, this also must be, I mean for you, I know you've been through it before, but when you see the sort of final result, this is your work in, again, on multiple levels that it hasn't been before. Just like, what is this time like for you? Seeing the film, seeing it all come
you know,
together?
To be honest, I hate watching my films and very often, and I think very often with every actor, they don't like seeing them. You can see 6 to 7 minutes max, and that's pushing it too far, you know, without cringing. Otherwise, you're always cringing because you're only seeing yourself, what did I do here. But I think with this film, because of the time it's taken and because, you know, we've moved on to other films, when I saw it, I just could not fathom or understand how this man has pulled it off. You know, it's too hard a film. It's too hard. So as a fan of movies, as somebody, not as an actor or a producer on this one, just as a fan of film, I was amazed. You know, like, how the hell did he do it?
This is your cue.
No, I was just wondering. No.
No wonder, say, what did you wonder?
Nothing. No, I'm liking all these interviews because, you know, when he saw the film, he was like, you know, Dada, I saw it. And
This is his thing. He can't take a compliment. So you're as struggle as much giving them when they're that sincere.
Well, it's a film that we both are part of, and like just to say, oh, it's genius.
we can't do that.
You know, it doesn't make any difference. You know,
But you can't hear it either, which is the intriguing thing about him.
it's the most useless thing. Guilt and compliments is the most usual emotion.
And I'll
But
tell
you are in an industry that thrives on
but
feedback.
it's very difficult when you ask
I
about
agree.
film
Yeah.
and before promotion, and you know you don't know. It's very weird that you're talking about your own film. That how great you can't do that. It's just.
Still we do it. It's a joyful entertainment.
Yeah,
Come watch on 14 July.
This is what you have to do, but it's tough. It's tough.
You do it beautifully. I finally have to just end with one very random question, which is, have you done your hisab properly? I believe there has been a payout. What did you splurge on that whole 5,000 rupees with? What did you buy with it? Have you given Karan his cut? Has that been done, sorted?
No, I think it's very unfair that he's asking for this credit. He just changed when to Jab. I don't think there is a big contribution where that's concerned. But no, I think it's 6,000 rupees I got. It's something I'll value.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll spend it. You know, I'll probably give my grandchildren and say that I got this from Shah Rukh Khan.
Why 6,000? Ola fare?
No, no, 5,000 was a
Where
reward.
are you going in Ola? I
I was like, he's saying 1,000 rupees for rickshaw fare and for this. Yeah, but I was thrilled to get that kind of amount. And just thrilled that, you know, I can be part of Imtiaz and Shah Rukh's film in some way or the other, you know. It's a combination which I was really waiting for to happen. And I think it's going to be amazeballs.
Amazeballs. That's wonderful. I think it's going to be amazeballs too. I think this is the film though I cannot wait to see for now. I'm so excited. So and please come back, talk to us. Do not be a stranger. There are many, many more things that we have to cover. And I hope you appreciate my restraint.
Thank you so much.